First of all, congratulations on that bond issuance. Do you worry about market volatility because of the trade war actually increasing and that scuppering your plans for more bond issuances?
We are very thrilled to see that the first bond is a great success. This represents the international capital markets confidence in the Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank, which is devoted to promoting broad-based economic social development through investment in infrastructure and other productive sectors. Of course, the trade issues between China and the United States are a little bit worrisome, but I do understand there are twists and turns on the road to reach final agreement. I certainly hope the trade disputes will be resolved because it's in the best interest of both countries to have a very good resolution. So far as the bank's business is concerned, we believe our investment is for the long-term benefit of all those countries. And indeed, a very strong investment in infrastructure can help the borrowing countries improve their resilience to deal with external shocks. And as you know, the bank is very, very firm in maintaining very high standards, transparency, high level of governance, and we protect the environment, and we promote the social acceptance of the very, very good, high-quality projects. So, yeah.
Does the trade war between the U.S. and China actually impact your work? Does it impact the AIIB if it continues for a long time?
We don't feel any impact so far because the investment programs prepared by the client countries are for the long-term development, and they went to great length in preparing the bankable projects for us. And these kind of investments are not to be adversely affected by the short-term turmoil in the capital market. And we try our very best to work with our client countries to sustain their investment in crucial sectors. And I think we will be doing fine.
President, where does the AIIB plan to lend more in coming months, over the coming months? Are there specific regions, countries, projects?
We are working very closely with the major client countries, and we are also working with those countries who have yet to develop the lending programs for our bank to consider. So everything's moving forward smoothly, and we are doing our very best to recruit professionals from across the world with a strong staffing in the investment operations departments, with the strong staffing in other departments. We believe we will be able to meet the needs of the client countries. And as you know, we are moving forward, developing a very solid base of infrastructure projects. We pay attention to the quality of our assets. So regardless of the current macroeconomic challenges, we believe we can work closely with our client countries to do a good job.
Could you elaborate a little bit more on the bank's local currency bond issuance plans for this year? Could you start with renminbi? I know you've mentioned India and some of Southeast Asian countries, but where do you stand on yuan issuance?
It's certainly very much important for us to tap the international capital market, a global dollar market, and we will continue to do that. On the other hand, given the demand and requests of the major borrowers such as India and Indonesia, Thailand, Pakistan, we believe we can and we should issue local currency bonds to better meet their needs. As you may know, quite a number of project sponsors in some of these borrowing countries may have difficulty hedging against currency risks, and if we provide local currency financing, issue local bonds, that would help them a lot. So we are working on this actually for quite some time, and I believe before the end of this year, we may be able to issue the first local currency bonds. If not, definitely by 2020, we'll be able to do that.
President Jin, is there more scope for more cooperation with the World Bank? How's the relationship with the appointment of a new World Bank president?
You see, during the spring meeting in Washington, I had a very, very good meeting with the newly appointed president, Mr. David Malpass of the World Bank. We had a very good exchange of ideas, and then I gave them background information about the cooperation between the World Bank and the AIIB over the last 3.5 years. And he's obviously very much satisfied by the excellent relationship. I told him we are very much dedicated to work with the World Bank and other MDBs to promote economic and social development by very high standards. And over the last 3 years, we have worked with the World Bank, financing a number of projects in a number of countries in infrastructure. And this is very good, and I think this is a very good beginning.
President Jin, just one final question. Industrial output, retail sales, investments all slowed more than expected in China. Do you worry about the strength of the Chinese economy?
You see, the Chinese government is fully aware of the challenges, particularly against the current, geopolitical situation. But I'm very much sure that the Chinese government could handle all the tough challenges. They are very much experienced weathering the storms of the 1997 Asian financial crisis and then 2008 and 2009 financial crisis. And this time, as you look at the policy announcements of the Chinese government, I think they are doing a lot to deal with the challenges. And also, as President Xi announced in the recent Belt Road Summit, China would continue to push for the reforms. And the reforms would be very much important for China to be resilient, to maintain its growth. So I'm pretty confident. And then if you see that Chinese government is unfolding a series of reforms, opening up the financial market, and I think China will be doing well.